Are you ready?
No.
I need to get my hair done.
My hair looks great as well.
It's filming.
Oh, it's filming?
Yeah.
Hey, motherfuckers. Did you miss us? Because we missed you.
Tell me why ain't nothing but a party. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Am I your fire, your one desire? Yes, I know it's too late, but I want it that way. Tell me why ain't nothing but a party. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way.
We like to drink with Cameron, cause Cam never
He's our mate, and he's actually
Yeah.
done it before we could start.
There's no fucking
That's
point.
unbelievable.
There's no Jay. You know there's no.
We didn't even get to eat. We didn't even
fucking
start
point.
to eat.
No
and he's
point.
already done it.
Boring fucker.
Tell me why ain't nothing but a party. Ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. 'Cause I want it that way.
I made everyone have a few drinks before we did.
Well, me and Fiona were the only sober
you guys
ones.
were they were the one of the
We
only
were the
sober
only-
ones I did.
And
But
now I'm not.
Or
it's a video.
Here go. Here go.
How do you feel on the way you view drugs, drink, weed before uni in comparison to how you view them now?
Oh, why the fuck are you asking me this first?
I feel like I'm the same. Because we weren't doing that in high school. I feel like first year was very much like, ooh, drugs. Yeah. And
Especially
now-
because of COVID. Like, I was
That's
like,
true.
yeah,
COVID kind of like
fun, like,
changed it all up for us. But like,
and it's like a safe environment to do it.
I feel like it was very much like there in first year, where it's like now it's not. Now I'm kind of locked in my room all the time.
I also feel
So-
like I also feel like in school it was like such a like cool thing, but now like I don't think people view it like that anymore.
No.
Especially
not
like
cool
hard
anymore.
drugs, you know. Except
not
for
cool.
weed, it's a very different thing.
look at me.
Really? That's
Lavia.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. It's essentially feel that.
Can we fucking move on?
Yeah, we don't want to incriminate ourselves on the internet. I'm a professional now, Cameron.
It was a bit cringe, wasn't it? That's all I can say.
I used to see it as a sin. No. I used to not like being around people that were drinking and things like this. But now they don't like being around me.
Second that. I've always liked to drink and I still like a drink.
Very different, but also the same when it comes to like weed. That one really never changed. Like I viewed it before as something like I like to do and that I did most weekends, but then I moved to America and did it like every day. But it didn't really change my opinion on it. I just got more used to it. But then I guess with like other drugs, I saw it as like something to do to like fit in almost, you could say, and now I just don't do them at all because I'm not around them at all anymore, and the only drug I'm really around is weed.
Had that brief stint with Lady Jane.
So how did you see it before uni then?
Before uni, the uni that I didn't go to.
Yeah.
Being in your own bubbles as well at school. So like generally like if you're like cutting about with people that do like Mandy the weekend, then they're the people that do Mandy the weekend, and you're not really seeing like other people, you don't really see what they get up to. Then you get to uni and you see like you bump into these people and some guys are like just banging like cat doing whatever, and some people don't even drink, and It's strange.
Really, it's remained the same. I don't really give a shit as long as it's not around me, because it's one of the things that I just think I'm never going to do in my life is anything outside of weed. And I love beer. I love beer. I love alcohol and beer. I love drinking beer.
I think when I was growing up I was really like raised to think it was such a horrible bad thing, because well it kind of is. And a lot of people back home died from drugs, which is kind of scary, but there is like a sensible side.
I don't really get involved.
Yeah.
I tend to steer clear. You know, I need all the brain cells I can get, so I don't want to go harming them.
It's like whereas before you just sort of do it whenever and however much you want. It's like moderation, I guess now. So, you know, like only smoking on weekends when it's allowed.
Oh yeah.
During the school weeks we go hard on the education and the writing.
Yeah, you know, gotta lock in.
Yeah, exactly. Gotta lock in.
Yeah, I mean, just about the same.
Do you say alcohol was included as well?
Yeah.
Sometimes I slip, you know, 1 or 2, 3, maybe 4, sometimes 5 on a school night. But I'm able to control myself a lot more than like when I started uni, because like being blackout and get my flatmates to like hold my head over the toilet and spew is a pretty regular occurrence in first year.
When we were in school, I remember we were in second year and you drank, I was like, whoa, he's a little bit crazy, you know what I mean? Like drinking in second year is a bit crazy, whereas like now it's even not just among our age, but the years before, like kids are like vaping in primary school at this point. Whereas like drinking in second year school was even like it's second year is a bit mental. Most people, early people maybe doing it in third year is probably when people start drinking, like 3rd to 4th. But it's just become way more normalised drugs wise, like way more people do it.
Growing up in Aberdeen, I think there was a lot of drugs, especially with like the people I was friends with. Very interesting because everyone always tells you like, oh, when you go to uni, like, oh, you're gonna be partying and stuff. I like personally don't, even now, like know many people who do drugs. Maybe it's just like the people we know.
Yeah.
Like I think it's maybe just like the group that we're in.
Yeah.
But like.
But then also I feel like there's a lot of
If
people
anything, we're the problem. Like, we're the problem.
Drugs is so much more. If we don't do that stuff. Drinking is a bit uncontrollable for some of us. Him. Me. You. Hey, he's pretty responsible.
He's alright.
The only one that's probably changed the most with me is probably alcohol. I think coming into uni, you know, you're kind of expected to drink a lot, and all the social stuff you go to, you know, it involves drinking. If you don't drink at like a social event, you're kind of like, you know, what's wrong with this guy? I feel that you get that kind of vibe from people who don't drink, which obviously shouldn't be the case, but I think it's like instilled in us from an early age. If people don't drink at like social events, then, you know, they must not be, I don't know, wanting to join in the fun and killing the mood and stuff.
I'm more responsible with my drinking. Actually, no, that's a lie. I throw out way more now. But drugs, never did them, probably never will. Apart from edibles, I did that in uni.
No, I'd say before uni I was like, ugh, like for drinking. But first year uni me, too much.
Just having a good time.
Too far.
Just having a good time.
Worst moments. But then I think I've learned from that and realised it's not good and I can't hack it.
Yeah.
After that, my birthday in first year.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Insert video for falling off that stool.
In my shower.
Yes.
Fully dressed in my
Yes.
dress, makeup, hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did a little babysitting that year.
Not a good time.
No.
How do you feel in the way that you viewed drugs and uni, and how you, no, sorry.
It's okay, bro. Start again.
Defo more lax. Yeah. As long as we're not doing it, it's fine.
I'm on the verge of an alcoholic, to be honest.
Yeah, you are.
I love drinking.
Every weekend.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, although to be fair, before university as well, we did it quite frequently with like all the gaffs and stuff. But obviously, we couldn't go out in town because we weren't 18 yet. Kind of at that period now where it's like, oh, what am I going to do this weekend if I don't drink? So that's where I'm at with it.
I drank a lot at uni, obviously, like everyone. Like we were all there at the same point in our lives when we started drinking, when we were 16 in my old house. I don't love the UK culture of just going to a pub and grabbing a pint. Like in the middle of the day, I don't like it. Like if I drink, it's if we're going out.
Compared to 6th year and first year of uni, I don't drink that much anymore. In high school, I was like going to parties and getting really drunk and going home late at night, whereas like now I'm like, can we go to the pub? Yeah, every time I drank, I was blackout drunk, but now every time I drink I'm like a few pints in bedtime. Yeah. I sleep at 12.
I think I kind of bought into the stereotype that it's like, kind of like fucks with you in the way that like only like bad people do them, in terms of lazy people or like unmotivated people, like Oliver.
That's just mean.
What do you mean I'm neutral? I was in neutral at the start,
yeah,
neutral now.
that's true.
I guess the difference is I used to like judge people, if you did drugs, whereas like now, are you okay? Whereas now I don't really, I don't care. It's not my thing.
That's a lie, you smokes weed.
Like twice. And I'm like,
Lockdown was tough for more drinking,
and more drinking. The lockdown, we were drinking like so fucking much, and now like it is like an age of, we should probably be a bit more tame.
Nah, back then was enough time though. That was like prime drinking, just like every night, just a quick 10. That was great fun.
We could finish a 70 CL.
Usually that'd be for prees. Then all of a sudden, the hangover started hitting. Just game was over.
I think people shouldn't be afraid of it.
are you endorsing that more people try drugs?
No, not really.
Yeah, drinking, I was just like, I wasn't like that massive like into it. Like I enjoyed it, and at least
You weren't.
Well, I didn't drink like at a party, but I wouldn't like over lockdown. I didn't drink for like 2 months like at all.
I feel like when you're at school, it's this like big bad thing in a way, but then you go to uni and so many people do drugs. I've noticed a lot of younger people now don't drink as much, and it's interesting that some older people laugh at that and judge them for that.
Drugs.
That's a lower your voice. My parents are in the next room.
How do you feel on all the shit that we did years ago? Back then we were kind of young enough that we could get away with any of it, but now we can't. We have to kind of mature up to it a bit.
I miss it, to be honest. Not the offensive humour. You cut that bit out.
Whoa.
The snowballs and the. I think someone said to me like they miss, being in school where you're with your friends and you're with people who just don't give a shit. Like people who literally will like throw a chair across the class and not give a fuck. I mean, that's the kind of thing that you don't see that now, like ever really, which is a bit of a shame because I don't know, like it is always quite a good laugh, and you never really get that anywhere else. So I think that's probably what I miss most, that just people literally couldn't care less.
The things I heard after and the shit that I've seen like since, in the few years of leaving school and just hearing these stories of what I'm going to sound a little bit like these goddamn children are doing these days. It just it's getting worse. These kids are crazy. These kids are fucking insane. Like I saw a video of some grammar kids like beating the shit out of like a homeless guy underneath a bridge in Union Street, and I was just like, okay, dude. Like we were like people did crazy shit, but I don't think that anything as bad as that ever transpired.
What we don't need to do is like look back on it and retrospectively like hate it because you were just like younger, so it was funny. It's not funny now.
It wasn't funny then.
But like back then, you still just got to like understand the sort of mindset that you're in. I think I do miss not being able to get away with as much like just physical abuse of each other.
I mean, some stuff's still funny. Like snowballs are still funny.
Snowballs are still
they'll always be funny.
Yeah, a leaf pile. I think I don't know if that's just normalized for us, because if you mention it to anybody and you explain like how it happened, like what it was, everyone's like, what the fuck?
It was actually just assault. Like, we picked up little children and threw. Well, I mean, I didn't do it. I don't think our year did it that much. It was mainly like the group that did it. But it was straight up assault. Like, imagine being a little child being dragged by 4 limbs and being fucking tossed upwards into a bush. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
You kind of think about the consequences a bit more than you did at school, when you didn't think at all, to be fair. No, but now the head teacher is the fucking procurator fiscal. What?
I think with like actual bad stuff, with like, like people used to like go around random like abandoned places and like breaking windows and stuff like that. I think it's just kind of growing up.
Are you speaking about yourself in the third person, Oliver?
No.
Yeah, I mean it's absolutely just terrible. People who do all those drugs and just beat people up in the streets.
Nah, I think just like people grow up, or just like you become less like you have less free time. Like you kind of get too busy to just do stupid shit. So yeah. I didn't get much fist fights. I don't know about you guys. I like watching them happen, but
I think I've offensive humour out the window.
and I would never do anything stupid that's frowned upon as a 22-year-old.
I think that's part of growing up, though, isn't it? You just get into trouble, do your stuff, and then you learn from your consequences, and then now...
But being offensive isn't funny.
Yeah.
Unless you're Kanye.
Unless you're Kanye.
Yeah, being offensive was never funny.
No.
Kanye's bringing that back.
As you get older, you just kind of grow out. Well, unless you're like some people who have like fist fights on nights out.
No, I wouldn't start a fist fight. If someone comes at me, then I'm gonna fight them.
Oh, we got in a street fight, me, Chris, and Ben.
Oh, yes.
That's a peak moment.
Well, what, you wouldn't throw a snowball at someone?
Nah, probably is wrong. Let me put it this way, someone burped at me in the street.
You usually throw it.
I was pissed myself.
You know, like when people would get into, like, hating getting into a fist fight, I feel like that was never really in our nature, though. Like, we were never getting into fist fights with anyone, or, like, getting into major arguments. But, like,
Also,
we did see it.
That's totally still happens now.
Yeah, well, it does. Like, hate to say you, Cammy, but you got beat up by the man on Belmont Street, so... And that wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, but I also didn't do anything
That's
to provoke that situation.
Was that Callum?
Yeah.
Okay, Callum, so it was you. So Callum's still doing it. So Callum, I'm outing you. That's wrong.
There's no might, it was!
I think you're asking the wrong people about fist fights in school. It's like, it really started off with, like, how much more do you do drugs now after you...
How many fights do you get in
How
now
many
you're out of
fights?
school?
How many people have you killed in a fist fight?
What would I talk about in like a third person? My friend, who will remain unnamed.
That has to be cut out a little bit.
Did you get stabbed? It's a sense of maturity, where it's, and also a sense of understanding why what you're doing is wrong. Whereas like in school, probably definitely said stuff that, you know, shouldn't have said. And now you can understand like why that could be, why whatever language you
Why
use,
it's bad.
why it's offensive, and kind of you understand the, I guess, the connotations behind it or the meanings behind the word. The shock value, some people actually will think like that. Especially now you're seeing more and more genuinely bad people who actually think like that online. So, I mean, the shock, and it's not even like construed in a jokey way, it's just how people think, at least for me. And it's like, it's quite tough, and you know what people actually think like. And
now I don't find some of the offensive stuff as funny. I think at the time it was very, when you're like 15 you think anything like remotely offensive is funny because you're like, hee hee, you shouldn't be saying that. But
Yeah, I also feel like at that age, like, you do it to, like, hopefully your friends find it funny.
Yeah.
Like, not everyone, but, like, just trying to impress them, and now you're like, why did you even do that?
yeah,
Like, no.
yeah. I've definitely said some things. Nothing too bad. Nothing
Just
that'll get me
clarify.
cancelled, hopefully. But yeah, sometimes I feel like when you try and make a joke and you slip up and you're like, oh god, I think about it for like 3 days afterwards, even if
No,
it's not that bad.
literally.
And I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna get cancelled, I'm never gonna get a job. And yeah, I'm a bit of a
overthinker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, I think it's a load of woke nonsense, to be honest. Don't know. I don't have any regrets about the stupid shit we did in the past. It was fucking hilarious at the time, and it still is.
I didn't really partake in that kind of stuff, I don't think, so
No,
I don't really have anything to say.
I mean, in school they actually made it very clear that Matthew wasn't to get any fights because it would put his opponent in mortal danger, and the school didn't want the liability and the extra kind of like insurance cost of insuring Matthew's fists, which are registered as a weapon in the UK.
People seem to forget that disappeared for 2 weeks as Matthew put in the emergency room after an altercation about some CSGO skin.
I don't know, I kind of blacked out for it, so I'll just have to take your guys' word for it.
Did beat you up?
No, I beat him up.
Oh.
Just listen to him.
There's more consequences, but it doesn't change the fact that it still happens every weekend. None of this offensive humour though, we don't do that.
But if you didn't,
Or fight.
if you didn't do the drink and the recreational drugs, maybe we'd be fine. Well, some might be.
I'm teetotal.
Yeah, I didn't really go to school, you guys. So. Your school still had tennis ball.
What's tennis ball?
I'm not even. I will edit it around so I can have Ben Finley explaining it. But basically,
And they wrote the
And
N-word
she
on a
has
tennis
like
ball
child.
and threw it at the minorities, and it was on the news.
It was
and
headline of like
it was
UK.
It was quite bad flack for our school, I have to say.
Tennis ball thing I completely forgot about, and I wasn't a part of it, but the idea of that and like people doing that now, like in my mind, is like I would just be like, oh, what a little shit, you know, like what a little disrespectful like person for doing that. But at the time, we thought it was the funniest thing, but we didn't realize like the gravity of it.
The offensive humour thing really does my head in. Wild. That was wild, bro. We watched people do it, and we never condoned that, to be honest. But I feel like in high school it was kind of like, I don't want to say anything, you know? Yeah. Like, if I heard someone say it, I'd be like, that's a bad thing to say.
Growing up where I was from, it wasn't like the roughest place in the world, but it was like a little bit rough. There was always like a lot of offensive humour. I just think we've come to a point in society now where everyone's so woke. No, like that. But like, I think it comes out of a sense of people just want to respect people more. Like, there are like instances where you do find like that kind of offensive humour still, but it is like something that I feel is generally more looked down upon. But I think that just comes from people being uninformed.
Maybe I'm woke.
You are woke.
I'm not overly partial to a fist fight.
It's just you get cancelled quite easily if you just say the wrong thing. So I kind of just stopped. It's coming back a bit now because 2 of my closest friends are black. I mean, they forced me to. I don't say it, but there are hints of. See, this is why I said tell me the questions before, because now I'm just exposing myself.
I feel like offensive humour, subconsciously, everyone who was doing that, they probably knew deep down that it was wrong. People realise that more, and maybe people, now that they've kind of gone out into the real world and have been exposed to people that they didn't go to school with and stuff like that, they realise the impact that kind of humour can have.
It's that innocence you have. I enjoy a bit of a tomfoolery now and again.
What would you describe tomfoolery as?
Hiding carrots in people's pillowcases.
Yeah, go on.
I think you could say, or
throwing carrots out the window.
Out the window, yeah. Or I mean, you've done many things that I think I could use as examples.
Please don't.
I think you'd want to do it to get revenge on Ewan that hit you with the ball. Was it Ewan?
No, that was Alex Ross that hit me with the basketball.
I think you'd want to do it.
No, I just don't want him to laugh in my face every time he brings it up.
Yeah.
I don't know, I didn't do a lot at school.
I probably wish I did more.
Yeah.
I think I thought I was doing more than I was doing.
I didn't do much at school, that's all.
Snowball fights and, you know, fucking around out at night and things. Like, I view it the same. Like, it's kids growing up. Like, we were having fun. We were doing the things that we thought were fun, and I don't judge anyone that's that age now for doing it, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't think that it's bad if kids are being racist, and that's definitely bad.
Do you feel over the 4 years you've matured?
I was quite a menace back then. So, I mean... Oh, yeah,
Gonna interfere.
That's gonna play the whole thing.
Just wait till there's a goal.
A little.
A little?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
In what way though?
Just go with it.
Okay.
You're definitely still as dumb as you were. There's no way you matured.
I have matured.
No, you haven't. Living with your flatmates, you matured.
Right. Oh, I have to because they're much worse than me.
Oh, really?
Oscar is an awful influence.
I'm not a fucking squeaker anymore, so that does help.
Throwback to the first documentary when we said that his balls dropped.
Just like more sensible now. I don't know. I don't really do as much. I mean, I wasn't exactly going around doing stupid shit anyway, but like, I don't know. I just focus more on uni and like getting a job and shit rather than
just focusing
pissing
on
about.
Focusing on life and getting the bag.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so gotta get that bread up.
I'd probably say it's like quite a hard question to answer because obviously, like, I think I've always been quite sensible, but like, I'd say I haven't changed that much over uni, where it's kind of like it's like boiling the frog, where I just couldn't really answer that question and really give like a concrete answer. So I'm just waffling like I am now.
A lot of it as well is being in a relationship. Like, I've been in a relationship for 4 years tomorrow.
Yes, congratulations.
4 years tomorrow. And I think like throughout that I've become a way better person. Especially because like I'd say being with India, I think she's a better person than me in terms of just how much nicer she is. So when I've been with her, it's made me be better as a person as well, which I think is what you'd want with someone who you're with.
Just like thinking back about things people used to do at like parties and stuff, just like you would just never do that. Like things that people would say and like just the way people would act. Like, oh my god.
I mean, the way I acted in high school parties, I would never do that now.
Yeah, exactly.
I do it sometimes.
That's a perfect example, actually.
Thank you, guys. The way I acted in high school was just not okay. To be honest with you.
Okay, you obviously don't think have why. Mr. I want to have another go on the camera.
This isn't for me.
No, you've obviously got a comment to make.
A dog comment to make.
Okay. Yeah, and I think I've matured a little bit. Obviously, I pay the bills and stuff. And he's not.
Yeah, like even from a year ago, I feel so different.
When I first moved out, I got into a relationship like right away. So as soon as I was starting my own like independence, I was also I was in a relationship as well, so I didn't feel that independent. But now that I'm living alone and I'm not in a relationship anymore, there's so many parts of my life now that I'm now developing and maturing in that I didn't realise before.
We went through a breakup at like the same time pretty much, and like after being in a relationship, it probably was for about 4 years. Life is so different. Like life is actually so different when you're your own person and like living life for yourself and not for someone else.
I'm matured, but then still in the same place as well. So not much changed, but
yeah, you're not like a completely different person, but
no.
like the way the way I feel about things, the way I feel about things, the way I process things, and like how I view different situations and things in my life. It's less. So I'm matured.
Better.
Yeah, better.
Better.
Yeah.
I haven't crashed my car, which is surprising. I was. Yeah, she did within like 6 months. I would say I've done some more stupid things on nights out because I've had the opportunity to more. Because obviously last time we did this, I had never been to like a club or like out, so you know.
I'd say like in the way you handle situations as well. Like I'd say both of us have definitely matured that way as well.
Yeah.
And, like the way we, like our
I don't let Freya
perspective
answer
of
my Snapchats when I'm in an argument with someone anymore. If you know, you know.
I've learned.
Yeah.
Mentally, I feel like I've not like changed that much, but I guess I just look older. But that's really the only thing that that has changed. I don't know. It's difficult to kind of objectively say, obviously, but yeah, I'd say I probably have. Do less of the stupid shit that you used to do, but I think that's really the only thing that's changed.
Yeah. Because sometimes I view it as like, okay, yeah, we're 22, you're 23 now. And it's like, oh, that's still quite young.
But then
5
there's
years ago,
also
like this month.
people in our year that are like engaged with kids.
Yeah, that's true. That's
And
another
I'm
thing.
like,
That's when I see it as like,
am I
oh,
like
yeah,
behind?
we're still so young.
I think moving to England was right for me because I kind of had to relearn everything. But back in Aberdeen and stuff, it was kind of just like a shit fest up until like this third year of uni. But I'm happy I got there. I mean, I'm not saying like I'm, there, but I'm definitely closer than I've ever been. So I think I'm on the right track.
Yeah, I'd say I have matured.
In what ways, Garen?
Mentally.
Mentally? What ways mentally?
I don't know.
No, I'm no more mature than I was at 18.
But you were like a 6-year-old man at 18.
Yeah, exactly.
At heart.
So, if I got more mature in my career,
Yeah.
I room with a fucking walking stick.
Which was done actually since we last spoke.
Watching back the documentary, I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, shut your mouth. I feel like your documentary wasn't that bad. I don't know. I'm just like, oh god, I'm just such a little bitch. I don't think you were. Maybe you were a little. But I feel like we were all bitches. But I feel like that was high school. Yeah, everyone's a little bitch in high school, that's true. But I feel like you've changed a lot. In a good way. Yeah, I think so. You know? Your emotional maturity. So true. It's come leaps and bounds. I think everyone's matured. I don't think I'm there yet, to be honest with you guys. But we're getting there. We're on the path. No, I think you have. I think I have in some ways. And then I think in other ways, I'm still fun. But that's a good thing. That's true.
Some random person joined our clan on Clash Royale. You want to know why I joined this gay clan? It's because I battled Yeetmas. Who's that? You. Yeah. I battled Yeetmas and absolutely destroyed him, so I decided to join his clan and also get free cards for a few days. You're all trash, especially Yeetmas, you little gay boy. And then he left!
Do you think I have?
You have. Yeah. But there's still some work to be done. So there's work to be done for everyone, but how mature do you want to be?
I think you've matured.
I know I have. I'm a fucking idiot at school.
Most definitely. I've learned so many new things from my experience in university, like so many like relationships, you know, growing up, like going through hard times at school, like failing classes and just not trying hard. Like I've understood that when you're getting older, you need to grow up with that, and I felt like my maturity just came with time.
What about you? Do you think you're more mature now than when you were at 50?
I mean, here and there, you know, it depends on the mood.
Yeah, I suppose that's true actually.
All the girls said yes and all the boys went no. And then Hayden went on a tangent about how all the girls are probably going to say yeah, but they're full of shit.
We're just as like stupid and retarded. They're just still childish.
If we got really deep into it, I did something like, I was just like, I don't even know what I was doing, but I feel like that's life.
Well, I think we are full of shit. I definitely wasn't mature.
We look like we're mature.
No, I look 12.
Yeah,
let's be so
no, we
real.
look 12, but in terms of how our lives are just now, we look mature, but we're so full of shit in the sense of that. Like, I have my life together, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's still shit show.
Almost forced to be mature is just, I just went kind of straight into work from school. So I just went straight into like what I now know is a fairly like high responsibility job.
We still do stupid shit, especially when we're all together. Yeah. But we're definitely a bit more sensible, I think.
Oh yeah. I think we've matured to the sense that like how we would act at school, we now just do on very slight occasions. Like I still think we are very much capable and are as immature as we have been in the past, but I just don't think we do it on a constant basis. It just gets let out the bag once in a while. I.e. on holiday, when Cameron is the instigator to make all the boys No, did we not rip them off?
No, that's actually true. You'd rip
Why is it just me? It wasn't just me. It was you and Neil as well.
Single-handedly in the pool.
There was nothing single-handed about the harassment of Caleb. It was a group effort. He was group harassed.
If you're the opposite end, then that's when you get into the dumb shit that you're talking about. So, what dumb shit? Well, you probably only have to think back to last week. No comment. How do you view people that you liked or hated at school in comparison to now?
Pretty similar. Oh.
We have to remember that everything we did at that point, we were literally like, when we were in school, we were from what, 11 to who we were back then. Like, it doesn't represent who we're gonna be and who we are now. And I've really tried to keep that in mind, because like some people in school, like, we thought we're not really horrible people. Well, I mean, we are horrible people for thinking this, but inevitably some people were viewed as people that were going to be successful. You literally don't know who they're going to be. I've heard about some people that are like, seem like decent people now, but they were fucking horrible in school, you know? And same with some people that we liked, like they could turn out bad. So if I do meet some of these people again, I like to, you know, just like start over with all of them.
There's some people I would rather, you know, just avoid. But I mean, like, to be fair, I probably haven't seen them since, you know, I've gone to uni in England, so I don't really see anyone.
Oh, that didn't take long to bring up. That was like 4 minutes.
By the way, guys, I go to uni in England. I actually live in London now.
Wasn't going to be that.
You realise, like, who gives a shit about people you don't like, you know, rent free in my head for years. And then eventually one day I was just like, I don't care.
The people that I didn't like in high school anymore, maybe this is my growth, this is my maturity. So true. I just don't think about them.
Yeah,
you know?
that's so
and like,
true.
if I do think about them or they come up, I'll be like, not the biggest fan, but I hope they're doing well.
Yeah.
Hope you're all living life.
That's so true.
You know?
Wow,
like,
you're so mature.
Thanks, guys.
I think actually I'm more chill. I feel like I've gotten over it.
Yeah.
If anything, I'm like, if you want to be friends again, you can hit me up.
Who's that?
Beep. You know who you are. Beep.
Sorry, she's not going to watch this.
You don't know that.
I think. I've got a hunch.
Yeah, true.
I don't think I ever hated anybody. I'm just one person. They know who they are. But they probably don't.
I don't even know who that is.
Everyone I didn't like, I've forgotten about. Like, I just unfollowed them on Instagram. Like, anytime somebody posts something from school and I'm like, shut up, I just unfollow them.
I mean, that's it's literally like probably like over 90% of people from school just gonna disappear into the ether. You just don't really think about them again.
Yeah.
Until they fucking follow you on LinkedIn or something, and you're like, what the hell are you up to, fella?
I don't
depends on who the person is, because sometimes I can hold a grudge, like a motherfucker, or like...
Well, no one's coming to my mind when I think of someone that I hated in school.
I can think of someone.
Like, I can't think of anyone, so clearly they're not bothering me anymore because I genuinely can't even remember who they were. I can think of people I don't like now, but that's like...
Yeah, even when I think back at people that like I didn't like in high school, I have to like think about it, I'm like, why did I even not like them? Like, I can't even remember a reason.
I think my opinion really hasn't changed on people from home. Maybe that's because I don't really go home often, so it's like hard to kind of get like a fresh pair of eyes on them and see where they are, like where they are now. But
I don't feel anything about them. Like I feel about the people I like, you know, like you and Matthew and etc. Like all my other friends that I still like seeing you guys, being around you guys. Like it's not changed. It's definitely the same feelings. Maybe even more like excitement when I get to see you guys, because we didn't really get to see each other much during university, so it's like more of a privilege now to be able to hang out and chill with my friends. But the people I hate, I realize that it's just no point in even putting any energy into that. Like I hated them for a reason that was only in the present time, and they didn't even like do anything bad to me per se. They just were like, say, the popular person that was a dick to everyone. Like they never had anything out against me, and so I realized like I don't care for them. It doesn't bother me at all.
Well, the people I liked in school, I'm still
yeah, like this guy.
We still have the same friend group.
Yeah, I personally am like, in terms of that friend group, I'm very happy that everyone's stuck together.
Too bad we don't do fucking shit.
No, but
organising anything is fucking impossible. But at least, I mean, we live together, so
Yeah.
we see each other.
Yeah, that's true.
The ones that I liked, I still like. Yeah, predictably, the ones I liked are still like probably the closest groups of friends I have.
Yeah, the ones I didn't.
I just didn't see.
It's funny to see people that clearly didn't like you, and they do the Uno reverse, and you see them come to like you more. You're like, ah, it's quite nice. Definitely in the opposite way, if you know what I mean. Like, not one of the people I disliked is just watching them like be like, oh, you're actually all right. I'm like, I'm the same guy. As discussed to me after the question before.
I don't really care. I don't really think about these people, because you know there are new people in the world that I hate in my work and everything. So I can transfer that energy into more hate, into more pure hatred.
I think I'm also on the same boat as Luke, where I literally don't care. Like, I think at the time, if someone annoyed me, or you know, if I didn't like them, I didn't really care that much at the time. So I care even less now about the people that I don't care about. I do miss seeing them, I think.
You bump into people in town or various different things, and you kind of realise that maybe they weren't as bad as you thought they were at school, or they're all okay now. But then there's others that I think, nah, fuck them, they're just the same. Well,
people change.
Yeah, that's true. I agree. If we're saying we mature and we change, then probably so have they. But whether they've changed for me to like them is another question.
You don't like anyone.
They need to change for me.
Yes, not you.
But there were people that I was like, oh, you're a bit weird, but I'm not a big fan of you. I don't really view them with that much of an opinion anymore, because I'm very much the kind of person that's like, well, you're doing whatever you're doing, and I don't necessarily need to be friends with you, so I don't really have an opinion of you anymore. Whereas I think in school, when you were seeing people all the time, you would have an opinion, and you would be like, well, I don't like you. But now that you're like off and doing your own thing, you just don't really care.
No, I wouldn't say anything's really changed. Maybe a couple of them you didn't really like at school, and you've seen them out since, and it's like, oh yeah, okay, you're actually like, you've grown up a bit, you're not as much of a loser now, kind of thing. So it's like, yeah, you're kind of cool, I can speak to you, because there was a few people actually at school that I didn't really like.
No, I feel like there was definitely people that I hated or didn't like a lot in school. Now I don't care, obviously, like as much, because obviously people are very different. I'm very different, they're very different.
Like, there's people that annoy me, don't get me wrong, won't drop any names in the dark, you know, not shooting for the odds.
You've not been planning like your lifelong revenge against them. It's like someone's gonna answer and go, I've actually spent the last 4 years plotting.
Neil's been plotting.
One day Neil Fleming will rue the day that he called me names in school.
There's even like people from school, I don't even really think about them, like, cause especially with like Alban, like I'd speak to like maybe 2 people from school, I think, now.
Yeah.
And I just have no idea what everyone else is up to because I just don't care.
Yeah.
I think I'm quite an unproblematic being. I wouldn't say I particularly hated anyone in school.
Name one.
What? I hated?
Yeah.
I literally said it.
Yeah, but that's not true. Yeah, that's not true. Name one.
What?
Name one.
I can't
do
honestly say I hated anyone. Never hated her.
Yes, you did.
No, it's just...
What about with the Jaffa cake and you called her a fat bitch?
Yeah, that was a youthful mistake.
A youthful mistake.
Yeah, sorry now.
Why are you pretending to be so mature?
Like, there's some people that I'm like, okay, maybe... I'm trying to think, who am I thinking of? Oh, my mum's looking through the window. Hi, Mum. Still getting interrupted by my parents. Think I'm actually worse at being fake. Like, the, hi!
I think you're better at concealing it, though.
Am I? Do you think?
A little bit, yeah.
That's a nice.
And I think with me, you know how like my face gives away. I think I'm good at doing that better, slightly.
I don't really understand the question, if I'm being honest. How do I...
I forgot the question actually. I'm just thinking about thinking.
Like, I haven't seen most people from school to now. At least anyone that I maybe didn't like. So it's like, well...
There's this bald fat moron that I still hate.
Who's that?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah, me too. Oh, fuck that guy. I was told I have to be quiet!
Show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. Show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. For if we don't find the next whiskey bar, I tell you we must die. I tell you we must die. I tell you, I tell you, I tell you we must die. Say goodbye. We lost our good old mama, and must have whiskey on your way.
Here we see Ewan. He fucked himself. Fuck! By shit.
Dude, can we delay? I want water.
You guys can just talk about yourselves.
Hello, Cameron. How are we doing?
Do you feel that you put too much effort into uni or not enough effort?
B for bare minimum. I got 2-1, I'm happy with that. I never wrote an essay more than like 2 days in advance. Including my days.
As a group, none of us put too much effort in, but we all put the right amount just to get it done. Yeah, some of us, maybe not all of us.
All of us. We're getting it done.
Yeah.
Well, as I'm currently trying to finish a 4,000 word essay.
Raise your hand if you have to repeat it.
Some of us a bit longer than others.
Yeah, come on now.
It's okay.
It's not the.
It's fine
It's not
to repeat a year sometimes.
It's not the
Right, let's think about that before we say it.
Yeah, it's not the journey. It's It's not the journey. It's
No,
the
it's
destination.
not. It's not the destination. It's the journey.
I've just coined my own phrase.
So it's not the destination. It's the journey. That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I put too much effort into uni, even when I'm not like I'm not necessarily doing uni work with this energy, but I'll just be stressing about it, or like it takes up a lot of my mind even when I'm not doing it.
And then I'm like on the total opposite end of the
Yeah,
spectrum. We need to meet in the middle.
Yeah, maybe we should like.
Yeah, maybe we should collab.
Yeah.
It's one of those where if I was to do it again, if I was to go study again, I'd try it even just to get a little bit more out of it, rather than just doing the course to pass and like not just pass, but like, you know, get your degree, actually try and like learn from it, and take on board what folk are saying in classes, in discussions, and rather than just like regurgitate it onto a piece of paper, you're actually like taking it on board, absorbing it and trying to learn from it.
My first year I didn't enjoy what I was doing, so like I was doing psychology and I just didn't enjoy it, so I wasn't trying hard enough, and so I wasn't getting good grades, and I knew that like after learning a few things in that, it's not what I want to do for my career.
Maybe. Hazel's calling me. Hello? Hello? We are filming at the moment.
Do my masters now, so I'm getting there. Oh, slow start too. Sorry, I have a full-time job now and get paid this much money. Shut up.
I am unemployed.
I'm still at uni. It feels like I'm actually doing uni now, rather than like pissing about most of the week and then spending one day trying to like catch up with everything.
Grinding on work.
Or like the night before something's due, like grinding through it.
Did you like grind out in like first year and second year and stuff? Or did you just like, did you cruise through first and second year and only like hit the gas in third year and fourth year?
Well, I kind of just like maintained the steady level of effort throughout uni, so it's like first and second year I was like, right, well, I'll just make sure that I get this down, and then third and fourth year will be easier. And
I wish I did that.
Yeah, basically like I was just like, well, I'm not going to let anything snowball and have to catch up on like 2 years of content in third year, so just like kept it steady.
Yeah.
Probably tried too much in uni, but I mean, you know, no one ever goes out of uni and then 2 years later goes back and goes, oh damn, I tried too much, you know?
Yeah. No, 100%.
It's like people
No kid
only
ever
kind of reflect back and get disappointed by when they try too little. So
Yeah.
I think it's probably the better, worst thing to do.
I think I put in too much, to be fair.
I think you put in too much, yeah. I don't really regret how much effort I put in. I kind of regret doing university, to be honest. I think it was a waste of time. That's my take on things. Don't go to university to do pointless degrees, basically. I thought my degree in business wouldn't be pointless, but pretty much is. If you're not going to do like engineering or like something doctorate, I think it's a waste of time. Better off just getting a job when you leave school, or doing one of those like school leaver schemes, or like an apprenticeship or something, 'cause at least you get paid while you're working and learning, instead of having to pay and take out all these student loans and blasting all the money and find yourself in heaps of debt at the end of it.
I would say we put in.
No, I'd say I put in
the perfect amount.
Pretty much the perfect amount.
I mean, the argument could be made that I put too much effort in. I mean, I'm in 5 days a week, where I'm supposed to be. I think I do.
I've just the right amount of effort. I got my 2-1 and I didn't have an awful time and sweat it out in the library.
Yeah, I put too much effort in. I'm a bit of a nerd now, unfortunately, and I threw up before exams. So that's
What?
new. Yeah, before exams
When?
semester 2 I threw up before all my exams.
All of them?
Yeah, in the exam hall. One of them. It's quite a low point for me. But yeah, a couple of 24-hour shifts.
You were sick?
Yeah.
From what, nervousness?
Yeah, apparently so. Then I messaged the uni about it. It was like, oh, I'm throwing up before them, and they were like, oh, you're too late to contact us. Just deal with it. Just deal with it, yeah.
I did the wrong course. I straight up did the wrong course. I had a call from, you know, the uni people that they call you and they're like, to take an interview on like your satisfaction with the course and stuff like that, and if you recommend it, yeah. I hated the course. I hated how like open-ended everything was. I did psychology, by the way. I think I spoke to Hayden about this as well. I think we both got letters that we weren't going to enough lectures. But the difference was his course was actually harder than mine. I didn't put enough effort. I should have switched if I had put in effort and thought about my future properly. That's my opinion of it.
I don't know. It maybe wasn't true, but I think it was because I was working at the same time. It wasn't working. I couldn't get the work balance. I couldn't kind of go in for an 8-hour shift at my work and like lug heavy shit about, and then go home and write an essay. Like it just didn't work in my brain. I don't think I sought out enough kind of support with that, and I just kind of tried to firm it out, and I maybe shouldn't have, and that resulted in me just saying like, nah, can't do it. It was so bizarre. Like sometimes I just kind of, I don't even remember it, and then some days I go, oh yeah, I was in uni for a year.
I feel like you're always going to feel like it's not enough. I think you're always going to feel that. Always do more. You could always, like I see it with people in my course, people who I feel like they're constantly studying. I'm like, respect, but
I can do that. I'd do it now.
I always feel like I'm not doing enough and I feel like I'm not putting enough effort in. But at the end of the day, I'm still passing everything and I'm fine. But then, yeah, I feel like there are some people I know that put in a lot more work than me, and I'm jealous of that. I wish I had that in me, but I put in enough effort to get by.
I did not do shit in first year. Yeah. And then I also didn't do shit in second year, and then in third, fourth year, I like kicked my ass into gear and was like, oh, maybe I should actually like work so I get like a good degree, you know?
But I do feel like that's the way to do it.
Yeah, I still
in my
agree.
eyes.
I still agree.
But I also feel like it was like different for us because we were in COVID.
Yeah.
Like it's not like we were doing anything. I'm seeing TikToks of all the first years. Spend a day in a life with me at Glasgow Uni. And they're going to like their 9 AM biology class.
Yeah, lectures are so
And they're there until like 5. And I'm like, gagged. I go in once a week.
I was still asleep.
Because of course we went during COVID. And so
fucking nerd.
First year there was like fuck all to do, and I don't know what came over you first year, but you became like the most sociable man on the planet, and everybody in our year knew you, regardless of degree.
Some of us were studying and some of us were making friends.
I think it is really dependent on like how engaging the lecture is, or like how I kind of view the module.
I think especially with my course being so like reading based, it's just so overwhelming to have to do so much reading. And like if you tell me I need to read something, I'm not going to read it, like I'm not going to enjoy that.
That's why I couldn't do like
Yeah.
English like you do.
I put no effort in for 2 years. Really? And it well yeah, and then I failed. So like it really did bite me back. But now I'm trying ever since I failed. So like, and I'm slaying. So now I don't do psychology. I've done 3 degrees in 4 years.
What
So
was the other one?
I did psychology and maths.
Oh yeah, I forgot you did that.
And then I did psychology. And now I do social public policy. So I'll be the next Prime Minister, in my eyes.
It was less that I tried too hard. I think I just needed to work on like time management stuff. But this year you're kind of studying less. I'm on placement and stuff, so I'm a lot happier this year of, you know, finding you kind of dictate your own time most of the time. So I've got a lot more time to come back and kind of chill out a little bit as well before my finals in summer. I put in too much work because at the end of the day, you're just a person who's young. Like you don't want to spend all your time in the library or studying or whatever.
The last year, I feel like I probably could have just have put not as much effort in and probably had the same outcome and not been that stressed. I feel like exams just make you stressed for like what reason? It actually isn't that deep.
I just wish I'd chosen a degree that wasn't just placement all the time that makes you depressed.
My efforts went elsewhere, like socially and network-wise. I managed to make so many good connections and friends in the US when I was there that, yeah, I still passed every class I did and I got a decent like final grade and I'm happy with that. And I think I wish I tried harder in some of the schoolwork, but I definitely gave it my all in making new friends and meeting new people and just learning about a different culture than my own.
I also probably should have put a bit more effort in, but it was funny. The first 2 years put a bit of effort in, and then the last 2 years when it counted, I probably didn't. So I should have done the other way around, is what I'm learning. But if I had to do it again, I wouldn't do it again. No.
You can't really speak on it because you are doing it again. So, yeah.
The option, I wouldn't want to do it, but...
Not like a huge sweat, but I did enough to get past. Yeah. Like I didn't do the readings. I always turned up hungover, but like I did the work that was needed, and I also enjoyed like the nights out and the hockey. So like, I feel like it was a good spread. Like, yeah, wasn't overly.
Yeah, some people in my course, as expected, were quite.
Ugh.
Yeah, for the most, they're actually kind of nice, but just a bit odd sometimes. But they were all very smart, and I was like.
1 more year to go.
Is that not 2?
Job.
The only reason that this question is here is because one of the people that was in the last one, we wanted them to do it this time, but like this one person, and then I asked twice to do this, and she said no. So
Can I ask?
We're gonna name drop.
Especially you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
You saw today, by the way.
Did you?
On the train. Oh, this gets
out.
Do you feel that you kept in touch with friends from school, or did you just kind of leave and do your own thing?
You and Yusuf are the ones that I've probably kept in touch the most with. Stop fucking vaping, you fucking addict. No, you can imagine that it's. I didn't keep in touch with that many people because I don't know. I say we're still pretty close. Like I don't know what's happening in your life that much, but you're still like one of my closest friends. I think the reason why it's worked with you and Yusuf is because like we didn't need to talk all the time for it to work. You know, there's people that call each other like every day, every hour, maybe even every week, and you know they need to maintain that relationship. But I just like it went out of my mind as soon as I left. I think part of it is because I just wanted to start over in another country.
Well, I already didn't speak to a lot of people from the previous one, so it's still the same people I speak to.
I can't remember who was in the previous one. Other than you two.
What?
I guess you were in it as well, technically.
I wasn't. I got interviewed.
Oh yeah.
Can I reference you? The man behind the camera.
Yes,
he's the same. So it's we still at least tolerate each other.
Yeah.
To this day, even though we're all scattered, at the very least around Scotland, and one of us is off in Kazakhstan. That we're still just as tight. I mean, you know, if we were going out for beers tomorrow, it would be like nothing's happened. And you're right back.
The only person that I actually speak to on a daily basis from school is Jacob.
That's kind of live together.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess true. It's kind of hard to say like yes or no. I'd probably say more so yes, but also, the only person I still speak to on like a daily basis is Matthew. Mm-hmm. It's because we live together in the flat. You know, I hide in my room. I wait until he goes in his room, then I run out, scuttle, get food, then run back into my cave.
I kind of made all my friends that I have now through my now ex-girlfriend, and I won them all in the divorce, so I've kind of kept in touch with all of them through that. But I still speak to Ben and Connor. I was just playing a game with them actually before I came on here.
Well, you're from school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I can.
Right.
No, because your answer is no. What from you're from school?
The answer is mostly no, but somewhat yes.
Yeah, I keep in touch. Pretty good. Maybe not like aggressively so. I feel like in the middle of uni I was like worse for it. Kind of
Yeah, you kind of dropped off a bit.
Yeah. I'd be like more surrounded by people in uni, and now kind of doing a better job of reaching out and seeing what's what. But yeah, no, I think got some pretty serious close friends from school, and then some less close friends that are still doing good. So yeah. But
there's one person I speak to still from back home, and we talk like quite a lot. Like I will say she's like probably my best friend in the world, and that's the only reason that I still like speak to someone from school. But I remember, Elena, yeah.
Did she go to your school?
Yeah, we went to high school together. Okay. But like even I remember the last day of high school, everyone was like sobbing and crying. They were like, I'm gonna miss you everyone so much. And me and Elena were like stood in the corner like never gonna speak to any of you guys ever again. Not in like a bad way, it's just like they're not like a lot of the people I went to high school with aren't the people that I would choose to mix with.
I did my own thing. I mean, I still have like a few good friends at home. But again,
shout out Yang.
Yeah, shout out Yang. Bigger than my man.
Like, if you move to a different city, it's just kind of inevitable that you're just not going to be as close as you were.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I feel like we are close with everyone, but then we've also become friends with, like, closer to people that we knew in high school that we probably wouldn't be as close to.
That's true.
Like, I feel like you kind of just do spread out.
Yeah.
And, like,
that's true.
I mean, Hayden and Alyssa live in Glasgow and I don't see them often, but I'm still just as good friends with them.
Yeah, that's the thing, like,
as I was in high school.
Seeing people, yeah. I just have stayed friends with all the people that stayed in Glasgow the most.
Yeah.
And then, like, a couple of people from home that I'm still...
Yeah, like, I mean, anytime I go home to Aberdeen, like, I will still see everyone. So, but then I don't actively keep in contact with them throughout the rest of the year. But I like that, it's nice. I can have a catch up.
It is nice to go home and see everyone, that's true.
Yeah, I love going home at Christmas and seeing everyone. Yeah. Love you guys.
Yeah,
I'm still friends with this clan.
Yeah,
still friends with the clan behind the camera.
This thing today, you know.
All the people we were more frequently involved with, we're still in touch with them, close with them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's for me it's more a mutual thing. Just like I've got a closer group of mates, but if people are kind of coming up from uni down south, that kind of thing, we'll obviously speak to them and stuff, but I've not really bothered to go and meet them or keep in touch with them. I don't know. Shit.
Well, I see you on your birthday every year. Smash a couple TVs.
Definitely say I still see people from like other. If you're still looking at it from like a school context, I still see people from like other schools more than I do from the school that I went to.
Obviously, I knew everyone was going to stay in contact, but I think it's crazy that we're 4 years on, and this is still like this is going on again, and it's like it. Obviously, stuff has changed from school. We don't all live in the same cities and everything, but I think we're probably one of the closest knit school groups that I know.
I thought you were going to say in the world.
In the whole world.
You can't escape grammar people. Every 2 minutes I'm meeting someone that knows someone knows someone
No,
from grammar.
literally.
I'm like, all the little 16-year-olds that start at my work, they're like, oh my god! One literally knows Lauren's sister. And she was like, oh, I see her out every night. I'm like, fucking hell. Way to make me feel old. I thought Iona was still like 13.
I found it pretty difficult to keep in touch as I was in a different time zone. Like if I was messaging in the late evening, it was early morning in Scotland. So people were, you know, out on the town when I was like, you know, getting ready, and that doesn't really make any sense, but I said I could have tried harder in keeping in touch, but I didn't want to dip out on anyone or any friends. I didn't, you know, forget anybody per se. I just like was doing my own thing in a different country whilst, you know, remembering about the friends I had and have in Scotland.
I don't have a single friend from school. Like, the only person I spoke to from my school was my ex-boyfriend. I had like friends in Aberdeen still from when I was at school, and I keep in contact with them, but they've also just moved other places. I feel like everyone leaves Aberdeen actually, so yeah, I don't...
Escapes.
Yeah, they get out.
It's not like I forget about people, I'm busy. So I do just occasionally, like, I'll run into someone on a night out that I haven't spoken to in months, and then I'll get in touch with them again, and then I'll like gradually see them. But then I found most of my close friends when I was at uni through like the societies, and I would probably say that they have become my best friends in comparison to people I used to be friends with. But I still very much will make the effort to keep in touch with people if the effort is like made with me.
No. Next question.
What do you mean no? Oh well, I mean, actually, yeah, that makes sense actually.
No, I definitely not. Yeah, literally no is the only answer I can say to that. No.
You know, you grew up with us. You're still good friends with all of us. We didn't go to school with you, but.
Yep, that was the question.
I was just saying. I'm just making it seem like you didn't just go off with like no reason. You just picked it up.
Most of my friends from home didn't go to school with me. They went to school with you. And I feel like I have stayed in touch with them. We're all kind of doing our own thing in different ways, but we still make an effort to meet up with each other and do stuff together, and all still very there for each other.
Yeah, but it's only ever really been, you know, when everyone's back, and so I feel like that's fair enough. But back in summer or when, you know, Christmas time is when I see most of the people that were from home. I feel like for the first couple of years of uni was a lot better, because everyone kind of had the same summer holidays and same Christmas holidays, where as people kind of progress to work or they graduate and move somewhere else, you know, it's really difficult to find the same time when everyone's back. I think my past self will be happy that I've kept in contact with quite a few people. So
A handful of people that I've like kind of lost touch with a little bit, but like the main circle I'm all still quite close with, I think, and like I still see like Lauren and stuff. So
people I thought I'd stay in contact with and I haven't, but I've not actually missed it that much. Like, so
who do you talk to from school?
like, well, all the ones I've gone to Aberdeen Uni I speak to all the time.
Oh yeah, true.
Like Hannah, Erin, Jamie.
Oh, Squeaky
like,
Jamie.
Yeah, I know. Like, because he plays hockey as well, so like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just.
Yeah.
Majority of the people I was close with at the end of school like moved away for university, like all the volleyball guys and stuff like that. So I was kind of forced to branch out almost and try and make some new friends or rekindle past friendships kind of thing.
Or
And
just spend all your time with me.
yeah, essentially.
My
Nothing
circle
really
has
stuck.
expanded into your circle.
Yeah, we've got quite a merged friend group with like the people I'm close with now, and Hannah's quite pally with them because we go away to like raves and weekend trips and stuff all together. So
Just one of the boys.
it's quite like yeah, like a big kind of group.
I think it's different for me because the group I was friends with in 6th year, and I don't speak to a single one of them, because I like kind of drifted away from you guys in 6th year, and then we all left school during COVID. And then like 1st and 2nd year when I met you, like I was obviously still friends with you guys, but then I was just as close with you guys as I was in like 4th and 5th year. Yeah. I had a wee gap away from you all.
The people that I was in contact with then, yeah, but yeah, like we still like make an effort. I mean, we're here for our sunshine over there's birthday, so we still made the effort. Are my toes in shot? Yeah, the toesy woesies in shot. They are there. Is there any holes under?
What do they say in the bottom?
They seesaw.
Do you regret relationships after school, whether that's uni, friends, or actual relationships?
I think at uni I got like a lot of friends. Then at first you're like, oh my god, like we're gonna be best friends. But then you're like, actually, I don't know if they're so good for me. Like,
oh shit, yeah, I forgot
like,
about, yeah.
Like people like that, I was like,
yeah.
Like, they taught me a lot, but now that I'm like, bye bye. But like in terms of boys, yeah, taught me a good few lessons.
I've been so angry with Freya for the past 4 years over boys.
I just don't.
Because I tell you,
I just don't learn my lesson.
Yes, I tell you, Freya. No, and you go.
Not listening. I can't hear you.
Oh, you got with another group. That's fine.
Come on, Shirley. No, yeah.
That wasn't so much of a regret necessarily. It just
a learning.
Yeah, it wasn't the worst situation I've had. There was worse. Falling for bad decision. I don't know if you should include that.
No, I don't regret anything.
You don't regret anything?
No. I don't regret a single thing.
Okay. Is that your final statement on that?
Yes.
And is that all we're getting from you?
Yes. No, everything is a learning moment.
Everything's a learning moment.
I think it's hard to regret like any time you spend with someone if you were like close to them at some point in time, because at the end of the day you must have enjoyed at least like some part of it.
Yeah, and there's no harm in like trying to save something. Even if like in hindsight you look back and it wasn't what it should have been.
I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say I regret any of the relationships, friendship or other that I've well, no, there's definitely some I regret, but as in ones that I still speak to, I wouldn't say so, no.
Yeah. But as for friends, for me, uni didn't go.
And some lovely flatmates. I had some lovely
really nice
friends.
girls, yeah.
Oh, best friends for life.
Where are they now?
Um,
we don't know.
Edinburgh, I think.
Edinburgh's actually today.
Oh, is it? Oh,
yeah.
With rugby boys, basically.
Yeah.
That's where they are.
Yeah,
so.
obviously.
I think regret is a strong word because I feel like there's always something you can learn from things, but there are some friends that, looking back, didn't benefit me, or maybe took me too long to realise that I should have cut them off. But there's no one in my life right now that I feel that way about.
I wouldn't say I regret any of it, because I think if anything slightly changed, I wouldn't be exactly where I am now, and I'm pretty happy with it. If I could do uni over again, I would do it better, and I know I would now. I didn't really have relationships in uni. I have my current lovely girlfriend, Annie.
The glazing is crazy.
Like, if everything I did in uni meant I got to her, I don't technically regret any of it. I think there were so many things that I did do that was wrong, which is flat out, like, immoral. I acted like I've, like, sold children. I haven't done any of this. Because uni is, like, where you're completely independent, you know? Like, you're away from family, you meet new people, all of that stuff. And yeah, there were still many things I did do wrong. With the people that I met along the way and all the things I've done, since it meant that it led to where I am now and with my girlfriend, I'd say I don't actually regret any of it, even if they were mistakes. And the people I met in uni were lovely.
I put my effort in with a certain someone in first year and then didn't see them for 4 years. Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking about a relationship.
Sorry, harassing watching this.
Yeah, like I really did try with all of first year and she gave absolutely nothing back. So I regret putting that much effort in there, especially over COVID as well. Me and her were tight.
Yeah, that's true, you were.
Like, we were like best friends, and then that didn't really work. I wasn't that close to Ailey, my Ailey, in high school. And now I love Ailey to bits.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'll always text Ailey and ask how she's doing. So if anything, I've not lost friends, I've gained them. So, yeah. Maturity. So it all links back. It is a theme.
Nah.
Nope. Like you said as well, like, we're also pretty good friends, and you know, I mean, some of the friend groups, you know, haven't matured, but that's fine.
Like who?
Nah, I ain't gonna say no.
Name drop.
No. Because we know this guy will not bleep out.
Well, it's like even I was debating on saying something and going, nah, even if I rewatched that, I would leave it in. Have common sense.
You two so shit.
What am I supposed to say?
Oh my
Other than no, Ewan. What did you
didn't
even say anything.
I said more than that.
Oh, you're like, oh, I'm so happy. Oh, I'm in a loving relationship with you. Yeah, fuck you.
Fucking cry me a river, Neil.
Thanks, man.
Relationship with the person I'm still with, so that would be a bit awkward. Yeah, no. Actually, no.
And then in brackets I have ask specifically Ailey and the Ailey trauma group.
That's you, bro.
I've not made great decisions, so yeah.
Well, it's aged kind of poorly, I would argue.
You'd just give a basis.
But it was the Ailey trauma group, wasn't it? So there was Yusuf was in it. I think Yusuf was founding member.
No, Callum was the founder.
Sorry, no, Callum was no, at the time. Stop. Pause. Pause. At the time, Callum was the founding member because we needed a neutral party to mediate it.
At the time, it was the neutral party.
At the time, Callum Markson was the neutral party on Ailey. So we had him. So it was me. It was Yusuf. It was someone who isn't mentioned anymore. And yeah, it was a way for us to cope with having dealt with you for however long.
I think I was that bad.
Get that camera away from me.
I'm still pretty friendly with everyone. I'm a friendly guy. Aren't I?
That's not one of the questions.
You don't have to answer that.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, all my memories gather round her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue water. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky. Misty taste of moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, I hear her voice in the morning hours. She calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday, country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads.
How are you feeling for real life now that uni's finished?
Oh, I've still got another year, so fine.
I'm taking a year out and then doing another year of uni, so I don't have to do real life. So pretty good.
Real life is a myth. You should go to uni again. So.
Right,
Yeah,
so
you've got a plan, you go.
I wanted to take a year out because I do teaching, and I was like, I'm not ready. But you can only take a year out if you're pregnant or you're a carer, both of which I'm neither, so I have to do it. And I have found out in August
There's a
I'm having
loophole
my
there somewhere.
own class of primary sixes. I'm going to teach primary
You're
six.
going to have to teach living and growing.
Yeah, yeah. Can you imagine me doing living and growing? I can't.
You only just learned yourself.
Sorry.
Don't ask about that.
I want to be a student forever, I think. I don't think I can be an adult. I don't want a big girl job.
No.
I don't want to have to pay council tax.
Oh.
I actually just don't think I can do it.
Do you know I got a letter through my door? I didn't realise you had to pay for water. I've just realised that. You have to pay a water surcharge.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I did.
It's mental. I was like, that is not my cup of tea. I'm not born for that.
That's a nightmare.
Born to yap, forced to work. That's my opinion.
Born to yap, forced to pay my water surcharge.
Yeah, literally. So true.
You know, people say like your life really begins after uni, but then in uni, if sort of felt like the beginning to begin with. I mean, for most people, anyways, that's where like you guys had like the start of all your freedom. Like you can wake up whenever you want, you can eat wherever the fuck you wanted, you could stay out however late you wanted, and you just go back to uni accommodation. No one would give a fuck. And then suddenly you go into like a schedule where you have to wake up at 8 and go to work every single day. It just seems so unbelievably jarring to me. I don't know. I still like every time I think about it, my heart kind of sinks a little bit. We're at a point in society now that you don't have to work a 9 to 5 to survive. Even if you do begin with a 9 to 5, it doesn't have to be the end goal. That's what keeps me going a bit. But I am absolutely petrified of the future. What if they don't want me?
All my friends that have got jobs have said it's very easy and they get a lot of perks. So one of my mates showed me his car. He got the company car.
You get a company car?
Yeah, 24 plate Golf.
It's not bad.
It's pretty good. Yeah. So, and he's got a phone, a wallet and stuff.
I have a phone and a wallet as well. What's your point?
But yeah,
as from the company. He's got a bed, some clothes,
a wardrobe,
some shoes, some socks.
Socks and pants, all the daily delivery of pasta.
All the good shit.
Should
make it clear, all company branded.
Yeah. Lasagna is Balfour Beatty in the top of it.
The strange thing is that you go from like school and like when you move forward you always have like something lined up, and I think it's the first time where I've just been like, fuck, I've got to kind of sort my own shit. But I guess I'm more like positive about it because I think it'll all work out. I guess. I mean, I'm open, so I haven't spent all this money to sit around and do unpaid work.
That was one thing that kind of scared me. I was focused on the big boy jobs, and then I got burnt by the big boy jobs, and I'm like, oh, they can wait. I don't want to just kind of toddle through and then be stuck. Like
you also don't want to start doing something and then like regret it in like a couple of years.
Sure. You need to get on that ladder, the corporate ladder.
I know, but it's like where do you go?
I know, there's so much choice. I'm going to London, that's where I'm going.
So let me £10.98 please, sir. Oh, sorry.
Company wallet.
I've only got my company wallet.
I'll phone my boss.
So, for context for anyone who's actually watching this bit, if it gets kept in, we originally did this in March, so it's re-getting done again. This is the second time. It is April. If you'd asked me in March, I would have said, scared shitless, don't know what I'm doing, don't know what's happening next, and I don't want to go into the real world. This summer, I did a little bit of work, and now I'm actually really excited, and I really enjoyed it. And so I think I'm feeling good about it, if I get a job that I like.
We don't have a plan. I mean, surprise new character. Keith's got a year left of uni, so I don't know. Probably make some money, save some money, I don't know. Career-wise, fact. Absolutely fact. What do you do with anthropology? Be unemployed.
I just don't like to think about it.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I'm scared. I'm really scared.
as well. I feel like I just don't have any idea of what it is that I want to do, and I think that's what's scary. And that's the reason I don't think about it or prepare for it as much, because every time I think about it, it is scary. So I like to avoid the scary. I like to just turn it off.
This is why I can't be trusting the real job. I'm not ready for it.
But you'll have your company wallet to help you.
Neil's gonna get handed a pen with the company logo on it and get really excited.
Oh my god!
I've got a company drink.
It fucking sucks. I can tell you that 5 years working, it's had its ups and its big downs. But I've gotten some nice stuff that I've been able to do through it. I went on a tour with Scottish Opera twice, and I just literally got carted through the Highlands and got paid $2,000. Sometimes I do feel like I'm a 40-year-old man physically, but yeah. It's just kind of trying to remind myself constantly that I am not as old as I may feel, and that I have a lot of time to kind of go in whatever direction I want to go in and try new things.
I've been on placement now since summer. It's kind of opened my eyes that everyone's human, everyone can make mistakes, that a lot of people kind of bunk off and can't be arsed. And I feel like that's been the biggest thing, is being in a workplace, is if people are able to have a laugh with you, or, you know, smile and make it funny, like, doesn't matter what happens. I think as long as that kind of community feel is there, that does make a difference. And I've noticed that from being in different hospitals and different like practices.
Like, okay, it's almost 5 o'clock, but it feels like there's something like coming at the end of it, kind of like when you go to university, you're just getting through each semester until you get to the end, and then it's done. You're like, oh, okay, it's done. But whereas with work, it's kind of just it until you fucking retire, basically. So it's like, holy shit, yeah, okay, it's Monday, but I've got another, how many Mondays are there in about 45 years left to go? This is why I feel, takes me back to the point of feeling too young. Like, I feel like we're too young to now be like locked into working for the rest of your life, basically. I feel like you didn't really get the most out of not having that responsibility of, nah, I can't stay up late tonight, I've got to get up tomorrow for work.
I swear to God, I wake up in like cold sweats thinking about it. It's so scary. I think as well, see, because of COVID, we had to do an extra year of uni, and it is absolutely terrifying to me, the thought that if that didn't happen, I would be graduating in a few months. Like, that's really scary. I still feel like a child. I'm like, I don't feel like I'm ready to go out and have a proper job. Like, it's terrifying.
I don't know, a bit nervous because it's like the time's ticking and I need to do something about it.
There's plenty of time.
Yeah, I know, but
you don't want to rush into something you don't want to do, don't like. I think you'll be fine.
But still, we need to get there. So it's like, well, this year hopefully something will happen. But
can we just cut to his sandwich? Because I still think it's disgraceful. I mean, how are you gonna eat it like that?
It's crust and it's dry. I'm not eating it.
And I also think the little elf has been in here more than you with the weights.
I don't know if I'm ever gonna fucking finish
Oops. Longest undergrad degree. Is that what you're going for?
Yeah, but for a new record.
Well, neither of us are living real life, so this isn't going to work too much for us, because he's at uni again.
And so are you.
And so am I.
I'm quite excited that hopefully soon I'll be looking for jobs, and then potentially we'll have like one secured by the time I graduate, and then that'll be a whole new chapter.
Yeah. And I'm kind of the same. Like, I did my first degree in history, but like now I'm doing like the accelerated law thing. So like I'm actually got a career in mind.
What's that? I'm getting a phone call. Oh. The missus has said don't come home to the company house.
The company wife.
Fuck, you beat me to it! Oh my god!
I don't want to call it catching up, but like...
he's ahead of us.
No, we went through school together, so everyone was at the same kind of stage, and then we went through uni together to a point, and now everyone's kind of finding their own way, and this is the next bit where people will find their feet again. And then I feel like once everyone's found their feet again, however long or short that takes, then again there'll be another layer to like what we do and when we see each other and stuff. Because suddenly people won't have as much free time, like in the summer. Yeah. It's kind of sad to think about.
All you have to do is fail and reset a year.
So true.
Then you have
Free time.
I actually can't because I've already used my extra year of SAS.
So have I. I'm gonna have to pay for my last year of uni already. This is
How?
because I went to college first.
I am also the
used
exact same.
2 years of my.
I'm gonna have to pay for mine next year.
2 years of it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah.
What?
Actually, it's really scary. I work full time now. It's all right. It's what it is. It's got to be done.
I feel like studying is worse actually.
Yeah, I'm so glad I'm out of
I feel
uni.
like this whole thing of like the good years and the young years, I think this might be our best time now. I'm gonna call it right now. When you do your part 3 in another 4 years time, you're doing it because it's happening. I'm gonna say hopefully that I was right.
I'm definitely looking forward to getting a job. I can't lie, I need some money. I'm so poor right now. When people go like, oh, I've got an annual salary of this, I'm sitting there like, fuck, I've got nothing. Month by month basis right now.
I'm excited now. I feel like 2 years down the road, I mean, if there's part 3, you're gonna fill me in and I'm gonna be fucking miserable. I'm like, I want to go back to uni. But I mean, at the moment, I'm just looking forward to it sounds so boring, but I'm just excited to have a 9 to 5. I just leave when I'm done. I don't have to stress about it. With uni, there's no start and end. You can say to yourself, I'm going to work from 9 till 5 on my uni work today, but you'll finish at 5 and then you'll be like, oh, I could do a bit more, But if you physically leave an office, you can't carry on. So
yeah, I mean, that's the thing as well, is you're not getting paid, and it's so easy to let uni work basically just consume your free time.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like, no one ever gets 100% in uni, so it's really just how far you want to push yourself and how much you're going to balance your sort of time spent relaxing, socialising and stuff with just grinding away at some course you're probably going to forget in the next couple months.
I'm ready to just have freedom and be done with education as well. I'm so done with education completely. So
ban homework.
Yeah. No more homework, which is the big thing.
They were expecting company for dinner.
I'm gonna have to put the company children to bed. Oh my god!
I'm a little bit nervous because I chose something that's not very easy to do. It's like promotion. I don't even know how to explain it. That's the thing. I'm not a content creator, nothing like that. But I want to go into promotional content for brands and sports teams and musicians. Overall, I want to be a creative. I want to be a DP, a director of photography, if that's possible, but I know film school is something that's very necessary for that. But I want to make films. I want to be the one using the camera, if that makes any sense. I don't even know if there's a job title for a lot of what I want to do. But right now it's flooded with so many people.
When I left school, I felt so ready to go to uni. I was so excited for a new part of my life, but it just feels so uncertain that it's I don't know what does the future hold for me? I don't know. And that's
future hold for
terrifying.
Get psychic.
Maybe I will.
Just putting ideas out there. I think uni went so fast.
Yeah, it did.
And I also feel like we should get another year because of COVID. I think that I should.
Please let me do
petition
another
that.
year. You could just fail this year and then just do another year.
You can't fail 4th year.
You can't have this girl. It's actually company programs.
The company would be very happy about that. Do you have any memories between the past 4 years to share that you'd like to share?
This is a hard question.
I got a great one.
No. We can edit around this.
You're
You use CapCut, you moron.
Go, sorry.
You can edit dick or balls, but you have to pay people to do it for you.
I don't pay people to do my editing for me.
Yeah, you did. So we went to Vienna for the weekend. We're having a great night, first night. Go have some drinks after dinner, and we ended up in this American themed bar. Ollie took a liking to the waitress. Never seen. You can show it now. she was on shift at the time. We were just sat there drinking, having a great time. Me and Sam were. Ollie turned around and go, "When do you finish your shift?"
Oh, that didn't happen. I just didn't say that. I don't remember what happened. I blacked out.
Well, you are, so I think I'm more inclined to know remember what happened then, is it? He turns around, he being Ollie, and goes, "Oh, can I buy you some shots?" So then we're sat there drinking with her for a good maybe like half an hour, maybe longer, until she decided she wanted to go home by herself and with him. We got our bill, and we had to pay like 100 quid each, roughly, €100 each, because a certain someone kept buying this waitress drinks, and the certain someone didn't get any action, ended up spewing all over his Solomon. And then me and Sam were a bit pissed off that we were about like 80 quid down, and we weren't even the one who was trying to chat her up.
The hot tub, when Mitchell spit like 7 different snoozes into the bottom of your hot tub, and I meant to like claw them out.
No, it was one snooze, I think, that I found in the bottom of the hot tub. And I went, "Who spat this in here, you animal?" Like, trying to make 3% of the water nicotine.
The wide nights on holiday. Yeah, they're traumatizing. No, they're really funny.
There's nothing worse than waking up hungover in a hot country.
No,
Yeah,
I
agree with
no,
that.
I love it. Go out and sizzle it out your body. Holidays have been the
sizzle
best.
out of your body though. The rest of you all sat by the pool and I went and had to get pot noodles for
No,
everyone.
I'm not
I
talking
was
about this
hungover.
one.
You know what was icky? All the boys peeing in one little corner of Cammy's garden. Preach. That was icky.
That was icky. You all gave me the ick.
When Yusuf dropped 5 empty bottles.
There's more than 5.
seven empty glass bottles on you, and then he goes, "You're gonna pick that up, right?" And Yusuf goes,
I
"No." And
Just walk back upstairs.
Back, you haven't made it upstairs yet. We had someone defending us. I used the sticker on the roof. I've forgotten his name.
Oh, it was who was it? Sicario, wasn't it?
Yeah. Unfortunately, he did a fucking shit job protecting, didn't he?
Yeah, he protected me. I didn't even wake up.
I just had a great night. You guys were all fannies and went home early. That's all I'm saying.
We didn't go home early. Well, we did go home early.
Not early, just earlier than him.
No, because it was when we hit the club, so it was like 1. You guys probably went.
We were in the club.
We went away on holiday.
We broke a speedboat, got battered by a bouncer, we had a fight.
But we've matured.
So me and Cam were drinking just after he finishes work. He drives down from Aberdeen to Dundee. We're at the pub, we're drinking. Cam gets kicked out for allegedly doing cocaine. Real reason, he's just pee shy.
Didn't tip boss man.
Yeah, he didn't tip boss. Always tip the boss man. And they go, what's the thing they say? No spray, no spray, no lay. But anyway, so we left and we were like, fuck, what are we gonna do? Like, because we were just planning to stay in the pub. And Cameron goes, there's a gap at this flat. Turns out to be Turns out it was a fucking Snims, like, medic thing. So it was fancy fucking dress. So there's people dressed as Pitbull, Hulk, among other things. But basically, we 3 are the only ones in normal clothes.
Yeah.
We stand out in fucking painful, and then you and Callum had to go to the toilet.
So I used some, like, cleaning product and it and then we opened the door and there's a long line of girls waiting to come in. And then we had to
The fire alarm went off in the flat for whatever reason, and me and Callum, being meeks that we are, we're like, oh, we have to leave because the fire alarm's gone off. So we leave with about 3 other people. Fire alarm goes off, we'll go back in. Cameron
Just come outside! We're alive! Just come outside!
One of the girls that lived in flat looked at me and Callum. A, we're not in fancy dress. B, I mean, I don't even do medicine. Callum doesn't even go to this uni. And she goes, I don't know you, and shuts the door and goes, shit. Cameron opens the window and goes, boys, what are you doing out there? Come back in! So we jump back in through the window. Turns out Cameron thought the fire alarm would be going off in room for whatever reason.
I swear it had been. I was
So he'd been standing
on like a spinny chair
trying to waft
like a towel up
non-existent smoke.
No, I was just trying to like flap the fire alarm. I thought that was doing something. But
I got to do this really cool opportunity in New York where my friend who works for NBC was asked to film this like music camp, and I had like no idea what it was. I thought it was about to be like a camp for kids learning how to play like guitar or piano, and I thought it was about to be really boring. I was just like filming, and then it ended up being all these like underground artists who had never really been in the spotlight. Their names were all over some of like the biggest songs. So like I met the guy who produced Go Crazy for Chris Brown, which has like 1 billion streams. And at that moment I was like, wait, you made that beat, like you were in the studio, and then I was making beats with him, and I like involved myself with them. I didn't just like stand back with the camera. I actually put it down and I sat and I like met them and I got their numbers and managed to like, kind of assimilate myself into the culture and get involved in things like that.
Getting stuck in a mafia club in the ghetto of San Francisco with no Uber. Do I have to explain that story? Is that enough?
You know, you can explain it if you want.
Oh,
you don't have to.
Okay, we're gonna be here for a while. Hold on.
Milton was born, which is their pill walking account, non-row walking account.
Like I'm confused. Why? Like, oh, why would you? Because you were like, "No, you're too drunk to go home," and I was like, haha. Yo, put this in the fucking documentary. No, I had a video of it, right? Oh, I've seen it! I don't even remember what it was. I think I was hungover and I got like a memory and it was like, your Snapchat memories, and I looked and it was me doing that and I was like, I have like the worst anxiety in the world. I deleted it off everything. I was like, this has to like go. That's fucking horror. But you know, it happens. Does it?
Well, the past 2 summers I worked in Canada. I got quite close with my boss's family. And made lots of good friends, had a great experience. Sorry. The boss's family, or the boss's family's son? Talking.
The first thing that springs to mind for me is when I did SNAS for the first time and I died. My friend Grace had this like super strong with like a devil on the front of it, this like SNAS, and I don't even smoke. So I was like, oh, you know what, that's a great idea, let's do some of that. And there's a video of me that I'm literally standing being like, oh, I feel like I'm floating. And then all hell broke loose and I spewed in the toilets of EXO and Adam had to pick me up. And I fell asleep head over my toilet at home when I got home. That's quite memorable for me.
Yeah. What we're gonna do
High-vis vest.
High-vis vests in a ladder in a toolbox. And you know, nobody's gonna ask any questions.
No one will ask questions.
Because why would me and Cammy in high-vis jackets be suspicious at all? And then we're just gonna get the ladder, climb up.
How are you gonna transport the sign back?
We've got the whip.
Oh, the Whippington.
You know, it's a white Fiesta, you know. Builders have white Fiestas probably.
Just get like a really shit like orange light and bonk on the top. Plug it into the cigarette lighter.
I'll get my brother to like paint like Davidson construction on the side of it or something.
The one downside.
Promise we're builders. Spelled completely wrong.
The one downside of the plan is when I look at you, Matthew, I don't think tradie.
No, we're completely inconspicuous. We've got high vis on.
You need to get some Puma Stone and give yourself calluses in your hands.
By the time this comes out, we should have done it. So at the bottom of the screen, I'll have a picture of us holding it.
There's been plenty of times where, I've got a big video of you.
No, I know exactly which one you're going to
Which
show.
one is it? Which one do you think?
That wasn't in the last 4 years. You know about the one that was pish? Yeah, now they're down to it.
I feel like the most time I spent with a lot of people was summer 2021.
Actually, we didn't do anything that whole summer. We just smoked loads of weed.
A lot of weed.
At Oliver's house.
Yeah.
And just watched loads of TV.
We're gonna need to run this back, aren't we?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff's happened.
No, I mean this.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, we're not doing this again.
We're not doing this again.
No.
We played golf together.
That was only 2 months ago.
Still, it was great fun.
It was good fun.
Yeah. The rain came on.
And then that was it. Stop playing golf.
Yeah. Ran home. Got the train.
With the train back and then
didn't speak to each other on the train.
Enjoying this shit. No, it's so shit.
see when this comes out and you guys go, oh, why are we barely here? You'll know why.
We're out for our flatmate Tashi's birthday, and then we went up Calton Hill.
I knew you were going to say that. I don't know why. I knew you were going to say that.
Me and Rachel went up Calton Hill with one of our other flatmates, Lottie, and someone we know from work called Kira, and we just like had fun up the hill. And
I
listened to
love
music.
that.
That was
That
such
was
a
so
good night.
fun. That was so fun.
That was also like my first experience with like scary drugs. Not scary drugs, but like
Yeah, we took heroin. It was,
yeah,
it was crazy.
But like I'd only ever done weed before.
Long story short, there was a lovely lads trip to Belfast in the hotel. Like I had a 2 litre bottle of cider at 10 in the morning, so that says everything you need to know. Come in like 1:30, and there's a punnet of food. Well, I didn't know it was food. It looked like a container to me, sitting on the floor in the hallway outside someone's room. So I run up and just fucking punt it 2 foot, like send it. I thought it'd be empty. Clearly not. Fried rice and curry sauce up the walls, everywhere, like steaming, hot as well. So beelined it down the hall into the fucking. I started scooping some up with my hands, but it was in between, you know, the kind of the carpet, like the ribbed carpets. It was in between the carpets. Well, what I'm saying is though, who orders a Chinese, like room service Chinese, and then doesn't get it? I think they kind of deserve it. Chinese kicking and wait, that doesn't sound right. There you go, that's the story.
My last interaction with was like, I think we were out on a fucking Tuesday night or something. It was a really weird night. He was like, oh, go come back to the flat. It's just down the road. Like, oh, I'm having afters. And we were like, oh, yeah, okay, sound. I think it was me, Ryan, and Jordan. And there was literally no one there. It was just us. And then he busts out the guitar. So we all just looked at each other and we're like, yeah, it's time to go. We didn't want to just say, oh, yeah, we're leaving. Because we were going to go, like, to someone else's. So we're like, oh, yeah, we're leaving. We're going home. And he was like, oh, I'll come. And we were like, what do you mean? We're going home. He was like, oh, I'm going to go get food. We're like, yeah, okay, we went to go get food. So we went to Taco Bell on Union Street and it was shut. So then we were just like, oh, we're just going to go home. We're just going to go home. And he was like, no, I want food. And we wanted food as well. And we were going to go to Thanes, but we were just going to say we were going home. And then he ended up coming to Thanes and it was like, mate, you just walked across like Aberdeen basically to come and get food with us when it was on our way home. And he was like, I don't care. It was so strange. It was like a Tuesday night, middle of the morning. And it's like, oh.
Going and visiting all the different student halls and going to Hayes. Like this clip, and it's just everything from that halls was a shithole.
Yeah, when Cammy stayed in my room downstairs. Oh yeah. That's a fond memory I have of Cammy being like, do you have somewhere I can plug in my vape? And I was like, sure, I guess. And then my mum was like, oh, where's my charger? It's downstairs where Cammy's sleeping. And she was like, Cammy's sleeping here? I was like, Cammy? She was like, does he want some toast? I was like, yeah, sure. My mum came in and gave us all toast.
Actually, the wings incident from you and Gets.
Oh my god!
We went to Nando's and then we're all sitting at the table ordering on like the QR code app. And you and he orders a beer, and then he tries to order 15 like plain chicken wings. And he thinks the order doesn't go through, so he orders twice. He accidentally orders 2 beers and 30 chicken wings for like an actual mountain of wings. Not only that, but he goes, oh, have I ordered twice? So he checks his bank statement. He finds out he's been paying for like Xbox Live for the past like 6 years. He's not used it in 5. Like hundreds of pounds to big bill Microsoft. It was just very funny at the time. He didn't finish the wings, by the way. That's
nice. He left like a whole plate pretty much.
Still there on Belmont Street to this day, I hear.
I think they
not even the seagulls want the plain wings.
I think they made a plaque.
I still remember when you were on a night out in Dundee. You came round to my flat the next morning and you walked in and you said, have you got a Red Bull? And then you lay on my bedroom floor drinking a Red Bull. And then we went out for lunch and I swear to God you about cried eating that sandwich because it was so good.
It was heat.
Yeah, I just remember that because I've never seen someone so distraught. You were lying on the floor basically crying.
Learned today that Kevin Kyle's still alive.
Holy shit.
I thought he was dead. And Ben Livingston texted me, he was like, you're not going to fucking believe it.
Did he see it? Or what?
He saw a TikTok that was in Aberdeen, and in the background he saw him walk past. And it was like a Bigfoot sighting.
The last time I saw Kevin and Kyle, he was just raw dogging a boiled egg with his gummy teeth on the stairs. That was years ago. I didn't think he'd still be around. He was just like slipping those things in his mouth like a goddamn like a bird. He was like swallowing them whole.
Frankfurt. We went to this lovely place, Frankfurt.
Yes.
What a place, what a shithole. We went to watch the mighty Aberdeen versus Frankfurt. They did not win. And we got pissed afterwards. and I find him roaming the streets by himself, singing songs.
We got followed home to the hotel.
He thought we were being followed the whole time.
Yeah.
We get back to the hotel, we go in and I think we're being a bit loud, and the guy working there is screaming at us in German. I'm lying there and I'm like, Alex, we go to fucking bed. And he's in the opens the door. I think they're gone. And he walks over and falls into the wall.
There's fucking video evidence of that as well. So yeah, that's a memory.
For me, not for you.
That I can remember much of it.
You spewed in a bush during a prayer. I did. Right, so it was a Jewish camp. And like Jewish summer camp. Yeah. Yeah, not to say that. I was so hungover in the morning, mid-prayer, I was gonna vomit. So I stood up in the middle of everyone, bolted to the door, and I had just made it outside and everyone could hear me vomit the whole camp because I was so hungover.
See, they didn't hear that. They would have thought you just hated God or something.
Yeah.
Running out of the
holy
fucking
vomit,
church.
yeah. Maybe you're like Exorcist, right?
Yeah, you spew in a church. That's a sign.
Ooh, it's a sign. So unwell. I knew there was something
My
wrong
tolerance was so low.
Excuse me guys, can I finish my cream egg?
Oh,
Concerning Yusuf, we were in the flat drinking and then we like kind of walked around campus and stuff. And then I just lost him for 3 hours. Like I couldn't reach him at all. So I'm like panicking. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, is he dead in a pit? Like, did he get killed? You know, because Brighton's not like the safest of all places. I call this guy's phone. He doesn't answer. I start like asking around asking my friends where the fuck he went. And they're like, I don't know. So I walk around campus for a bit with my friend. And then like 3 hours later at like 5 a.m., he shows up and he was like, oh, hey guys. I'm like, what the fuck? Where did you go? And he just went and met and he brought people back with him. I've never met this guy in my life. So I'm like, who the fuck are you? He was like, oh, we're Yusuf's friend. And then Yusuf doesn't even say sorry. He was like, oh, sorry, man. Like, oh, he didn't say sorry. He was like, oh, I just went and met people. I was like, what about your phone? He was like, oh, I forgot. And then we ordered food. And we passed out before it got here and we never got the food.
Less of a memory, but more of just like an observation, I guess. It's like, it's pretty weird that I think that, try not to be too philosophical about it, but you know, if you come into grammar at first year, you spend 6 years with the same people. And then after school percentage, you don't see at least like half of them for the first year. And then you don't see like the rest of them. You only see like 10% of the people you used to see every day for 6 years, probably for the rest of your life. I think that's kind of mad thinking about it, to be honest.
When I stayed in Malaysia, it was COVID times, which basically means there was no other fucking white people. People would just take photos of us and ask to get photos with us. One of my mates, quite a big guy, very well known to be the average height in Asia is quite short. People would just come up to him and ask for photos with him.
The sad thing to say is there's not been too many memories since. Like, I think because...
You got Alzheimer's.
That was no memories post 2020 actually.
I don't know if I have any memories. I don't know if
You actually wake up every morning with a blank slate.
Someone's wiped it. I don't know.
I think we went from having quite an intense few years before COVID, having all these like parties and gas and stuff, to COVID, which I'm not going to call it a blessing because it wasn't a good time, but we then were out like, as Yusuf says, like every night we spent together sort of thing.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, find much more than I never knew. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Do you have any final words to say to everyone?
Live, love, laugh.
It's not the right order.
What is it?
Live, laugh, love.
Live, laugh, love.
Yeah, God, can't get it right.
I'm actually just going to say the same thing I said last time. You know who you are, and I love you. And if not, I'll probably never see you again. So I really don't care what happens to you. It kind of held true. I didn't really see any of the people I didn't care about, and I still am friends with the people I do. So you stuck to your word.
Excuse me.
Yes, I admit now.
Fuck bitches, get money.
I'm gonna fucking think of something for this motherfucker.
I don't have any final words to say. Neil? You and your bald as shit.
You listen.
What?
What was that?
I mean, just good luck with everything. It's not, I wish you all the best in your successes. Don't get STDs. Don't drink too much. Just be healthier.
I hate final words. My conclusion for my dissertation was 300 words. So I'm not good at concluding comments. You go first, I'll think. You go. You go. You go. You go. That's it.
Alright, let's leave.
I think that I hope everyone's had, let me start again. I hope that everyone's had a good time at uni, learned a lot, made lots of friends, and I hope that everyone has a positive looking future and everything goes relatively well and that everyone stays in touch, kind of, and has a house party at some point.
My dream is that everyone moves in on the street. That is my idea of a good time.
Sophie wants to buy a compound. It's not a cult.
No, we all live together. You wanted to buy. I said the idea of us all living on the street, and then Ailey takes it one step further and says, "I'm going to buy a compound in Girvan, of all places."
No, that's not what it's called.
It was Girvan.
Gullen.
Oh God.
We will probably be sat here together probably in 10 years' time.
Just not in this.
Recording this again, with different set of questions, completely different situations going on.
That's wild.
Thinking about the stuff in the past will only make you angry and annoyed, and thinking about stuff in the future is only going to make you sad and scared. So just
wow.
Just live
Mr. Philosophy over
just
here.
live in the moment and enjoy it, I guess.
Sun Tzu over here. It's press the advantage until you rout your enemies. That's my advice for you.
No, I just wish everyone the best, to be honest with you. Have a great time being a big girl. Yeah, good luck. You're gonna smash it. You're gonna slay. Pussy slay. No.
Safe drive, stay alive.
Nah, not really, other than Happy New Year. Because it's the New Year.
You gotta say something inspirational here, that's what he's looking for.
Oh, inspirational?
Inspirational.
Enjoy a drink and don't mature too quickly.
Thanks for being my friends. Thanks for giving me confidence to be who I want to be and to be myself. A lot of the time I never felt like I could be myself, and around you guys I felt that, so thank you for that.
Now we can stop that there.
Yeah.
Shit, I didn't think of any final words. What did other people say?
I'm not telling you.
Go on to the next stage of our lives, you could say. Nice jump.
Touching the crossbar.
You do it again.
So when's the next documentary coming out, Canada?
When I'm rotting in the ground.
I'm not fucking making a third one.
Another one. They're making another one.
No.
You are.
That's a lie.
Boo.
Boo.
What are you gonna do in your spare time?
This is what you do.
Anything else?
You're the dog guy.
Yeah, you're the guy that does dog.
You do the dogs.
I would say that. I think he will make another one.
I think so.
I'm impressed. This is being filmed on the 5th of January, I'm impressed this is going to make the cut, considering it's released on the 3rd.
We will see you in documentary 3 coming in.
That's fine.
3025.
So. I think I'm getting live.
1,000 years.
Stay hard.
Hey.
That's mine. Top
You
tip.
know what? I'll double up on that one. Let's get that doubled up. Stay hard. Stay hard. Stay motivated. But
Yeah.
most importantly, stay hard.
Stay hard.
Stay soft. Oh wow.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it. Oh yeah.
Well, I hope you enjoyed.
Thank you for letting me be a part of this documentary.
What a great
Cameron.
opportunity. To all Cammy's fans, I love you.
That cannot be the last thing you say. We have to be better than our previous interview because our last one was really shit.
Believe yourself. You can do it. Anything's possible if you put your mind to it. And good luck, you know? You're all lovely people.
Yeah, good luck.
Good luck.
You'll need it.
I'll see beat you up in the middle of the night.
see you guys at Job Centre in the next couple of years. See you on the bread lines.
I think all of us has big things coming.
Big things coming, watch this space.
Big things coming his way.
Maybe not in the next 10 years, but at some point.
Yeah, I hope Man City have won another Champions League in the next 10 years as well. That'd be quite nice.
Everyone's money is still my backup plan. Well, actually, no, that's plan A now that I think about it. Sorry, I'm just gonna move in and be anti-Mary. You thought a degree would change me, but it really didn't.
Just enjoy your life as it happens. Try not to dwell on it too much. And it'll be fine. It'll all be fine.
An apple a day keeps the doctor away.
I know you said that because of the shirt, and the shirt doesn't even say that.
It does say an apple a day.
Some
But
Valley
I didn't
Organics.
use that, that just happens to be there.
Love from Brazil.
Good riddance. Some man. But in a good way.
Good
Always
riddance in a good way.
Good riddance. Complimentary. Not derogatory.
Positive connotations.
Positive connotations only.
What are you actually still waiting for here?
I don't know.
No, we have to think of something.
I don't have anything to say.
Oh, come on, Aiden.
I genuinely, I don't have anything to say.
No, you must. You contribute nothing to this.
I said I didn't. I can't be bothered doing it right now.
Well, you said 11.
Yeah.
It's
I'm just trying to
11:06.
push it back, to be honest.
Drink beer. And keep rocking in the free world. Do, 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 do.
Looking forward to the next 10 years.
You can make the next one then.
This is fucking ironic. Swear to God, come out here, guys. Come on then. Get in here.
We're just getting a beer.
You know we're done.
Oh, really?
Wait, we're done.
Oh, we're done now. I was like, what? Do I just hit the same button?
How many roads must a man walk down before you call him a man?
You're going to take us to a warehouse dressed up in Squid Game outfits.
Before she sleeps.
The first thing I want to ask you.
How many times must the cannonballs
Which was like a really good memory that I won't forget.
forever band? The answer, my friend.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
The answer is
That's pretty good, yeah. So, and he's got a phone, wallet and stuff.
Was it you?
No, that was Alex Ross who was asking.
Yes, and how many years can a mountain exist?
Goes off, we'll go back in. Cameron didn't. Cameron
Yes, and how many years
Yo, you're so fucked.
before they're allowed to be free?
Yeah, I think I've matured a little bit. Obviously, I pay the bills and stuff.
Can a man turn his head and pretend that he just
Lovely girlfriend,
doesn't
Annie.
see? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind.
Yeah.
Oh, it was who was it? Sicario.
Yes, and
Importantly, stay hard.
how many
Stay hard.
times must a man look up?
I left it in because Harvey goes, you can only edit on CapCut. Shut up.
Yes, and how many years?
I'd say
British
UK.
people could you? Not
Maybe-
white people.
Maybe exclude Scotland.
We've got some.
He can hear people cry.
And I will say them to you if you bleep them out.
I'll bleep them out.
Deaths will it take till he knows that too many people
Really?
have died?
Yeah, it's like a huge culture thing.
Just makes it better.
The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind.
I'll see you guys in 4 years.